Good afternoon. Happy March 30th, and welcome back to the Leaf Riders of Wrenwood, where we have just made our way into what appears to be a barn or structure that was made by giants. We were able to kind of get in through a kind of small hole just in the wall, and we're about to see what's inside. We went in because we think that, is it Eldris, I believe? The owl might be in there, or that it's a place that could kind of hide an owl. Anyway, so let's go ahead and see what's in there. Oh, okay. Well, I have to imagine we'll be ending at 2, going upstairs. But yeah, we have what, yeah, does appear to be the interior of a barn. And it doesn't look to be in great condition. Or at least it's just disused. I guess it doesn't look like it's in horrible condition. It's just disused. Um, cool. All right. Okay, so these were doors that we came in. They're just way too big for us to utilize as doors because they were made for giants. Okay, well, we have Saturday the 30th and Sunday the 31st of March, which is Stars Day and Sun's Day of Frostmelt, and tomorrow is Easter Sunday. And let's go ahead and read the page. As you step onto the building's groaning, age-weathered wooden floors, you're met with a musty smell of decay, damp hay, and aged wood. The sound of your movements echoes off rafters and towering walls that stretch into the shadows. Thin shafts of sunlight pierce through cracks, and the wind whistles through gaps in the structure. All right, and then kind of as with all of these, we begin at the X and navigate around the map. Visit each numbered area along your path. Explore and resolve each area you visit before you choose your next. All right, I'm doing a quick look here to see if there appear to be any treasure symbols. I don't see any, so I think we are good to start exploring. So we start at the X. And like I said, I have to imagine Area 2 is where we're going to end. So let's just do 4, then 3, then 5, I suppose. There appear to be a lot of bones there in the back, which is interesting. So there's clearly something living here. I assume that's eating those things. But yeah, let's start at 4. The floor of the building creaks eerily as you walk across it. You step on a loose floorboard that gives away beneath your feet. Alright, so we need to roll a d20 and add dexterity. And then it reminds us about the danger sense ability, but we don't have that. So we'll go ahead and roll our d20. Okay, a 14 is pretty good. And we get to add our dex, which is 4, so that's an 18. If the result is 11 or more, you catch yourself before falling into the hole. Alright, so now let's go back to Area 3 with the pile of bones. In the far back of this dark building, you find a large pile of dried bones and skulls. They look to be remains of various critters. Some crumble to dust as you walk on them. Roll a d20 and add intellect, and it reminds us about the investigator ability. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. An 18, okay. So minus 1 puts us to 17. If the result is 13 or more, a search of the bone pile uncovers 2 amber and 1 health potion. Great. All right. So we're up to 10 amber. And there we go. We got a health potion. Bloop. All right. So far, so good. I'm tempted to now just like skip over number 5 because it's like we've already gotten. It feels like we've gotten some good stuff. I mean, I guess it's been neutral because one was a trap of sorts, or a danger, a hazard, and one was good. So, largely, I'm just going to do the area because I think it's interesting, and we aren't in any rush like we have been in some of these. Okay, so Area 5. You find a series of chambers, each with a rusted lock on the door. You try to get past each lock. Roll a d20, and we can add dexterity or strength. We're definitely going to add dexterity. And then it reminds us about the locksmith ability, but we don't have that. All right. Well, let's go ahead and try to get fast the first lock. Okay, that's a 17. That's quite good. Plus 4 is 21. If the result is 11 or more, you unlock the door. Inside, you find a critter from the group of travelers you helped earlier. Reduce the number of travelers lost by 1. Okay. Now this, it's interesting because if this is where they ended up, this to me tells me that this is going to be the creature that we fought that's living here. Um, and I'm curious if it is going to be Eldris. But it looks like we aren't going to find that out today. All right, but we have 2 travelers lost now. That's pretty good. All right. And now the next one, the next lock. Looks like there's 4 locks that we could potentially do. So again, we're doing our D20 plus dexterity. A 1. That is a guaranteed failure. And we do have a reroll though, so we're definitely going to do that now. Reroll any d20 plus dex roll and take the new result. We'll use our gust. Okay, a 14. So that's an 18, so we succeed. So if the result is 11 or more, you unlock the door. Inside, you find an empty room that smells of death. Wow, okay. All right, 5.3. Again, let's just see if we can pick this lock here. A 3 is not very good, so that puts us at a 7 with our plus 4 to dex. So we could try and get into this if we want by using our boon, and we could. Do we have a dex based? We have a nimble cap as well, so we could potentially add 2d4s to this. So in theory, because I'm assuming it's 11 again. Yeah, so it's an 11. So we just need to do 4 across both of them. That is kind of a lot to expend just to what I assume will be get another lost traveler back. But, I mean, I do want to try to get them back, so this feels important to try to save them. Yeah, that feels worth it. So I think I'd prefer to use the boon first, just because I can get that back probably a little easier. So let's go with the boon. And if we hit the 4, okay, we didn't. But what the 3 does mean is that we are guaranteed to succeed, because we just need a 1 from the potion. So, or not the potion, it's a nimble cap. So yes, that puts us at 3, 7, 10. So just for kicks, I will roll the nimble cap, but it doesn't matter what it is, a 2. All right. So that puts us at a 12, which is enough to succeed. There we go. All right. Open this back up here. Okay. So, yes, if the result is 11 or more, you unlock the door and find a piece of amber covered in dried blood. All right. Well, we get an amber. It's a little bloody, but that's all right. We can clean that off. So we're up to 11. So it wasn't a lost traveler. All right, and then we have 1 more, our final one. Okay, a 15 plus our dex of 4 is 19, so that's definitely enough. The last one, if the result is 11 or more, you unlock the door. Inside, you find a critter from the group of travelers you helped earlier. Reduce the number of travelers lost by 1. Great, okay. So now we've only lost 1 traveler, which, isn't perfect, but it is pretty good, I'd say. Hopefully, whenever we find out the relevance of this, hopefully it's like a group of 0 to 1 instead of like, hopefully we're in kind of the best grouping we can get because of that. I guess I don't need to close that. Okay, well that was a very productive area. I'm glad I went to Area 5. Okay, so now we've got 1 and then 2. So let's do 1. A series of gigantic platforms leads to another floor in this massive building. It will take effort just to climb each of the platforms. Roll a d20 and add strength, and it reminds us about the athlete ability, which we do have. So we're plus 0 from the strength, but we are plus 2 because of athlete. So d20 plus 2, 16. Okay, we're doing well. plus 2 is an 18. If the result is 14 or more, it's an arduous climb, but your strength and endurance carry you to the top, albeit leaving you a bit tired. Okay, great. Yeah, that would be exhausting. Okay, and last is area 2. At the top of the stairs, you find another floor. You may stop here or continue to explore before returning here. Okay, well, there we go. We have done everything on the page, and we were very successful. We didn't take any damage, and I think we got everything we could have. So, very good. We did have to use a boon and a nimble cap, but hey, I mean, that's why we got them. So that worked out. All right. Well, with that, all we have left to do is the Sunday lottery. So let's go ahead and roll our d6 for that. And wow, we got a 6. What a great day. We've been pretty lucky with the lottery. I think we did lose one last week, but we're still kind of ahead of the average, which is excellent. I believe 6 is gaining like 3 or 4. Yeah, 6 is gaining 4 amber. So we're up to 15. All right, a very productive weekend for us, I'll say. All right, let's straighten that out. All right, and we will have to see what is in fact upstairs next week on Monday. So until then, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great Easter if that's something you celebrate, and I'll see you on Monday.